Everybody, it's Zach from Board with Friends, and you guessed it, we are back with another Kraken packs. We're going to open up another 5 packs from this booster box here. We already opened up the first 5. Only got one new card at that time, but hey, who knows, we might get lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see who's inside. Just going to get right to it on this one. I got no friendly banter to say. Pop this sucker open. And let's check this out. It's an Autobot, and it is Jazz. Cool. Do it with style or don't bother doing it. Doesn't say that on the card, but that's his motto. He's a leader character. I don't know if that's true. Car, melee. It's always disputed in the show if he was second in command or if Prowl was. Let's see here. In his vehicle mode, he has no defense. That's interesting. I would have thought Jazz would have had higher than that. 10 health, 3 attack. When this defends against an enemy that doesn't have Pierce and you flip at least 2 white, this can't take more than 2 damage this attack. Interesting. So that kind of, makes up for not having a defense. Alright, I like that. We flip him to his bot mode. When this attacks and you flip at least 2 white, this gets Pierce 2 until the end after the attack. Alright, cool. Again, no defense though, but with 3 attack. Alright. Well, that really goes into, what Jazz is. Like, he's the best at, doing all this cool stuff. If you've ever watched him on the show or in the comics. So I think that's pretty thematic, these powers. And this gets into when you're building your decks, when I first played the game, especially when you play the basic version, it's really annoying to flip the white pips because they don't do anything. But when you're building a deck, especially if you're going to build it around Jazz, it's important to make sure you got a good balance between those colors. And he only costs 6 stars, so I really like that, especially if you're going to build a team of cars, because a lot of the battle deck cards, they go around having cars and, the different types of vehicles. So it's cool to see more of that stuff. And let's pop open this Battle Deck pack. I don't know if I've seen every single card in the game yet, but most of these I'm not even going to bother reading. I mean, we got new designs, Repair Bay, Flamethrower. These are all very common cards that I'm sure just from these 3 videos that I've, or 4, am I on 4 videos? 4 videos so far. You've seen all these, but I have not seen this one, so that's cool. Let's see here. We got the Energon Axe. This is another rare card. We got put on damaged characters only. Interesting. So you can't play the upgrade until they are damaged. And they get Pierce 2 plus 3 attack. I really like this card. That's going to be fun to play with. Alright. I'm not going to tell Sean about that card. Especially when I, bust it out of nowhere and finally get my revenge for him beating me in our live play video. So let's pop open this second pack, see who we get. And it's another Autobot, and it is Cup again. Alright, so we had Cup in the last video, and like I said before, he doesn't really do much. He's just there as a support character. Not as cool as Flame War, and a little bit more expensive, but, I mean, with the stats that you have, if you get him, he's not terrible. So, what do we got here? Scrapper Gauntlets, Medic, Primary Laser, Incoming Transmission, Data Bank, Treasure Hunt, and Computer Sabotage, which I think I've talked about. Your opponent chooses 3 cards from their hand and scraps the rest, so just a mean card to do to people. Nothing new there. I have a feeling when I get to the end of this box in these videos, I'm just going to be like, yep, have it, have it, have it. But these are fun to do so far, so I'm going to keep doing these videos until I get bored with it. Who's this? Thundercracker. Yeah, Thundercracker I've had before, but I don't think I've opened him on one of these videos yet. 12 health, 4 attack, 1 defense. When you flip to this mode, do 2 damage to a melee character, which is pretty neat. I like Thundercracker. When I first opened him up, I thought that was a really cool ability. And it still is. Robot mode. When you play an action, this gets +1 attack until the end of turn. So, just a neat abilities for him in general, and, you know, good balanced stats, I guess. 5 attack for his vehicle. Robot mode is very good. And then you can also boost it, which is really nice. So when you're deck building, building your battle deck, think about the abilities that your characters have. So in this case, you want to make sure you have some actions available if you're going to be using good old Thundercracker there. Pity his dog's not in the picture. That would have been nice. Read IDW Comics to get that joke. All right. Not really a joke. Let's see. Forcefield, Brainstorm, Leap into Battle, Medic, Bombing Run. I don't think I have seen that one yet either. Finally, something new. And it's got Thundercracker on it. Action, which goes with his ability. Choose an enemy character, move 1 damage counter from each of your planes to that enemy. I really like that. That is super cool. We're getting some good cards for the battle decks in this one. All right. And, of course, the penultimate pack. These videos are going to get shorter and shorter as I get duplicate characters, because I'm just going to gloss over them now. And another Flame War. All right. I like her. I shouldn't say it with such negativity, but it does not bode well. One of the drawbacks of this game is duplicates. You can't do much with them. I mean, you can create. What I've been doing is just setting aside teams. When I try to see who works well with each other, who synergizes well. I've just been saying, okay, here's this guy's going in this team or whatever, and I create the teams based on all the cards that I have. But I can't have 2 Flame Wars on a team, so that's not super helpful to me. But yeah, she's still a great support character, so I will find a place for her in some team that I create. And I'm definitely getting enough battle cards now where I can create multiple decks. But just like any other CCG or TCG you get into, it's gonna be you'll probably have a lot of multiple decks and things, and you'll have multiple duplicates of cards. Another cargo trailer. This is useful, as we've talked about in the past. Put them on trucks only, so Cup could get it, Optimus could get it, Hound. The upgraded character gets +1 attack for each cargo trailer, and you can have up to 3. So having multiples of these in your deck is crucial because of the nature of the game. You're flipping cards constantly. You might cycle through a few, but you want to get at least 3 on a character. And it could go on to, if you have multiple trucks, then you can have 6, 10 of these in a deck. And it's definitely going to help as defense. So when you're flipping them, you get that ability too. Get these out of the way. There's too much trash. Alright, the final pack of the video. Who do you think it's going to be? Comment below if you think you know who it is. I don't know how that works. You have to pause the video and comment or something? I don't know. I see other internet people do that. Optimus Prime! Alright, cool. Speaking of the devil, or the hero, whatever. Which version of this is him? This is the common version of Optimus Prime. Leader, melee, bold 2 when he's in this mode. This is better already. The stats on this version of the card are way better than the one that comes in the starter pack. Just hands down. The starter pack does have a cool ability with the drawing card feature on his vehicle mode when you flip to that, but I like this feature better. When you flip to this mode, repair 1 damage from each of your Autobots. Super helpful. Makes me wish Ratchet was in the game, and this was a great repair option or something like that. But being able to do that and repair damage, it's just going to breathe more life into your gameplay and your strategies, especially when you get cards like Rapid Conversion and stuff like that, where you can flip them back and forth and do this more than one time within a few turns. But the stats on him are great. 6 and 1 defense. I would have thought his defense would have been higher on the trailer, but in vehicle mode, I mean. But 5 and 2, not bad. I like this. I was a little jealous because Sean had this one. I don't know what's on the unrare, ultra rare, I don't know what the terms are, the other version of Optimus that you might possibly draw. But I do like this one. And like I said, this is such a casual game that it's not a huge deal if you don't get, you know, these super rare cards. I mean, it's fun to get the characters that you want, which can be annoying. Like, you know, I know there's a lot of Shockwave fans out there, and Shockwave is a rare card. It's, you know, not as common for you to find him. I mean, you could always go online and buy him, I guess, but it's more fun to open up, you know, these packs and see what you're gonna... Wow, that didn't work well. Let's see here. Reinforced plating, inspiring leadership, incoming transmission, armored plating, and starcher engines, which we got last time. And equipment enthusiast. What one is that? And as I drop it, draw a card for each of your upgrades. I think I've seen that one before. Starter engines we talked about last time. If you play a lot of cars, that's a good card to have. And this, you know, it can be frustrating, like I was saying, to pull multiple characters, you know, because it's not that helpful. But at the same time, it's extremely helpful to have duplicates of, you know, the battle decks. So you're getting a benefit from pulling these, you know, these booster packs when you can. And honestly, like I said before, when we first got the box, if you have this booster box, it is, you know, more financially, you know, you're getting more for your money because you're going to pay about, you know, say $100 for one of these booster box. But when you compare it to paying $4 per pack to buy 30, you're definitely saving some money there. And that's pretty much all you need to play until they come out with a Wave 2 with new mechanics and new characters. This will get you going. And if you like it, you can just stay with this. You don't have to fall into that crazy CCG mentality where you have to keep buying more and more cards. You know, Sean was saying, he's like, I know I'm going to, you know, fall into this. And I know a couple other people I've been talking to about this game. They said they're going to, you know, it's just going to become a money sink. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, it's up to you to control that, obviously. But for now, I'm happy opening up these. And I'm going to keep playing with the cards that I got. If the game continues and they support it with a Wave 2, what I'd really want to see out of this game is more mechanics, newer stuff. You know, don't just put out more characters and, you know, more battle cards, because I already got plenty of those. Come up with some new mechanics that are going to add to it. Like, I think I talked about it in the review. Like, I'd love to see Soundwave and Blaster with their cassettes. You know, come up with a mechanic to use, you know, the smaller characters. Come up with a way to do combiners. That would be really cool, too. I'm not a game designer. I don't know how to do it, but that's what I want to see is, you know, all these things from Transformers lore coming into fruition in this game. But for now, thanks for watching. Next episode, we'll open up 5 more from this booster box, and we'll see who we get. Do like the cool kids do. Like, comment, and subscribe. I can talk, I swear. And yeah, we'll see you next time.